Okay, welcome back. Has been a number of months since I last showed the progress of the Black Pearl here. Um, I believe, and I actually did have to go back and rewatch the last video because I couldn't remember where I left off. Um, but I believe I left off with trying to decide which type of thread to use in in all the shrouding and all the rigging. Um, and I believe I settled on this particular brand. Now, I can find this locally at my stores in my area, which is why I chose it. I know they make threads specific to this hobby, and I should have ordered it. It was wax type string. But I like shopping locally if I can, mainly because I don't want to wait for things to come in. I like seeing it in my hands, and inevitably I always order the wrong item. It's either the wrong size, the wrong shape, the wrong, whatever it is I order, it's never the right thing. So I like seeing it at the store in hand. But I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I hope that's coming in okay. There we go. Waxed cotton cord. Now this isn't what I used on the boat because obviously it's the wrong color. I used a black version of this, and oddly enough I can't seem to locate that spool of thread. However, it was the same brand, it just was a different color. Now they are waxed, very easy to work with, pretty much the right size. I'm very pleased with it. And I happened to be over at Hobby Lobby and I found this as well. It's a waxed cord called On a Cord. And I love these, and I really wish I'd found these first because they make these in different colors and different sizes. I believe the thread that I settled on was 1 millimeter, but I was able to find this is 0.65 millimeter, black, brown 0.65 millimeter, and for whatever reason I think I bought two black 0.65 millimeter, so half the diameter of the one I ultimately settled on. I'm not regretting that decision on the thread I settled on, but would have been nice to have spotted that first. That being said, again, I'm not displeased with the results. This just, it really looks cool. And I feel like I bought two of these because I was going to send one or two over to my brother in North Dakota. I don't think he's doing the Pearl anymore. I don't think there's any reason to send that. So anyway, this is where we are. I'm gonna try and bring the ship closer to the camera, maybe move the camera up. And I need a little piece of stock here. See if this will fit. That won't fit. However, this will. No. So, I started doing the horizontal part of the shroud. You can see here. I'm probably not going to demonstrate that process because there's a lot of videos online that show how to do that, and I in fact did a video on that back with on my original channel. But it's a very effective method. But it basically just knotting it and moving along and knotting it. But the results are really good. That's not my best work. I've done better, but I'm pleased with it just the same. I also bring the camera up again. I got all of the masts installed. And I'm very pleased with them. And yeah, so at this point, all I have to work on is the rigging. And then of course the all of the yard arms, things of that sort. Still have to decide if I want to use sails or not. I did with the Halcon. I did not with the HMS Victory. I may not with this one either. I'm not positive yet if I want to use sails or not. But that's basically where we are. I did jump ahead considerably. Still got a lot of work to do. In fact, I'm probably gonna pause the video and maybe do a couple more runs of the threading. But boy, I really am very pleased with how this is coming out. I believe I've mentioned this before too. If you're looking at potentially building this kit, just remember its size. This is not a small ship. It's massive, really. I believe the hull alone is 2 feet, not including the foremast or the bowsprit. It is a big boat, and so you really got to have the space for it. I'm getting close to completion, and I'm still unsure of where I'm going to put this when it's done. But again, I know I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. I do want to try and find some more detailing pieces for putting on the decks. Of course, I have the cannonballs, some storage barrels. You know, it looks good, but I feel like it would be far more cluttered. So I'm thinking about maybe adding some more barrels, maybe a few crates here and there. I'm not sure yet. So, you know, we got a few things to work on still. I still have to finish painting. I don't think I can show it because this thing is just so big. But back here, all this gold sort of paint, I have to finish that. I have not finished that yet. Yeah, some gold here, should be some here, and this isn't quite done yet. And I may go over it a second time because it's not really popping like I want it to. But yeah, it's very impressive. Again, very big, and I feel like it definitely needs a few more details. So we'll stop the video here, and I'll probably do a little bit more work on the horizontal lines here, on the shrouds, on the rat lines, and yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. So yeah, so we'll be right back. Okay, guys. I know I said I wasn't going to show this. There are a lot of really great videos out there that explain it. I thought I'd just do it anyway. I'll probably link to the guy that I've followed that more or less sort of explained in the best terms, at least for me anyway, the best way to do it, and the easiest way as well. It's a super simple knot. So basically you got it tied off to the first string, and of course we're on the fourth one now. But basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to run the string behind this shroud here. We're going to pull it through, and it's going to be on top of the line. So it's going to go through, around, and over. Then we're going to take the same string, we're going to put it through again, but under. And it's going to go through the knot right here. See? And all you do is pull it. And that creates a really wonderful knot. It's almost like a self-tightening knot too, because you don't have to do a whole lot of work to make it tight, to make it look nice. And we'll just put a little dab of glue on it, just so it stays put. And we'll do it again, just so we have it. So we're going to push it through, and we're going to pull it. The entire line is staying on top of the line we just pushed through. And we're going to do the same on the bottom, but we're going to go under. Just pull it through. Super simple, nothing to it. And then as you're tightening, as you're pulling on it, it sort of almost self-tightens itself. I mean, it's a super easy knot to learn. And that's basically it. I mean, not a lot to it, really. Now, I haven't actually done this in several months, so I was actually surprised I remembered this. And again, I will link to the guy, to the video that I watched to learn how to do this. Let's get caught on something. There we go. And we just pull it, bring it down a little bit, like that. Pull it, and it's almost self-tightening. It's a little sloppy there, but you can sort of tug it a little, and that'll help tighten it some. And then we'll do the last one. Pull it through. Pull it through and under. And there we go. So we just finished a whole run. And you can see why this takes so long to do as well. There's a lot of string involved. So we'll just give it a little snip, and we'll come back and trim all that later. I just figured I'd sort of show that, show sort of a method that I found works pretty well for me. But what I'm thinking is we'll end the video here. I'll probably take a few photos so you can kind of get an overall view of the progress, because again, it's so big, it's awful hard to get on camera. And we'll end the video here. Hopefully when we come back, I'll have as much of this done as I possibly can. And I'm also going to look into building some crates and a few deck accessories. I think that's it. I hope it was somewhat informative, and again, it's just an update video. A bunch more to do on it, but the rigging is such a big process. I just wanted to make sure I got that done and kind of out of the way. But I still got a lot of work to do on all this rigging. I think that's it. I think my next video is going to be a Millennium Falcon papercraft video, 3D puzzle video. That should be super fun. And again, look for another video on the Pearl here. I'm going to keep updating it as I go, because again, it is nearing completion. I'd say we're a good 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the way done. And thanks for watching.